All right, 2.5 number 23 is asking us to find this limit right here. And what I'm hoping you guys recognized when you saw this problem is that we've got a binomial actually on both sides of the fraction here, one on the top and one on the bottom, but the one on the bottom contains radicals. And so that's kind of our clue that we might try the trick, as we discussed in a few problems in class in our notes, of multiplying by the conjugate of the binomial that has radicals in it. So I'm going to give that a shot here and see what happens. I'm going to multiply both the bottom and eventually the top by the square root of x plus the square root of 8 minus x. Of course, whatever you do on the bottom, we're going to do the exact same thing on the top. And let's see what this does for us then, guys. So that limit should equal now the limit as x approaches 4 of, okay. Now, the top is the messy part, so I'm going to leave that in the factored form of x minus 4 times the square root of x plus the square root of 8 minus x. But on the bottom, since we're foiling two conjugate binomials, I think we know what should happen here, guys. This binomial times this one, first product, square root of x times square root of x, is just going to be an x. Now, every time you do this, the outer product and the inner product will end up being perfect opposites of one another. They will cancel each other out completely. So that takes care of the outer and the inner. Now, the last product here, we've got the opposite of the square root of 8 minus x times the square root of 8 minus x. A negative times a positive will be a negative, and we're multiplying then by the quantity of 8 minus x. Okay, and I think that's going to do what we want it to do. I'm going to use a little sloppy notation here, guys, to save a little room. We're going to distribute that negative here on the bottom, and that's going to become 8 minus x plus x, which is then going to become a 2x minus 8, which means then we could factor out the 2 and be left with an x minus 4. That's what I was hoping we would see. So let me write this out properly one more time. This is the limit as x approaches 4 of a numerator that's not going to change from the last step, x minus 4 times the square root of x plus the square root of 8 minus x. But the whole denominator just simplifies to this, 2 times the quantity x minus 4. And the significant part of that, the x minus 4, which was the problem in the denominator now, cancels out with the x minus 4 on top. So that means that we should be able to just let all the remaining x's become 4, and we should be able to evaluate this limit by direct substitution. So in the numerator, that's going to become right here, the square root of 4, plus the square root of 8 minus 4, all over just a 2 left on the bottom. And let's see what we can do there, guys. The square root of 4 there becomes 2, plus, this is another square root of 4, also 2, all over 2. The 2 plus 2 on the top is going to make a 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So there's our answer for section 2.5, problem number 23.